So I wanted to do a video about the importance of acid-free paper. This is tracing paper that, God, it's probably from the 1990s, and it's, crumbling, coming apart, and it's really brown on the edges. And recently I got some new stuff that is acid-free. And I think it'll last a lot longer. And it's the Canson tracing paper. I did a lot of research before I got it to see what kinds of tracing papers people liked the best. And this is one of the ones people said was sturdy, but it was one of the most transparent. Now, I used to draw a lot on tracing paper, like this one. I didn't always trace something, so like this one I think was just drawn on it, but you can see it's not clear anymore. I really like the smooth surface, but I kind of backed off of it because somehow I felt that it was like cheating or something. I don't know, kind of a silly idea, but anyway. And this one's pretty yellow too. I think this thing I did trace, and this I sort of traced, and then I went on to kind of make it my own. And that's one of the things I like doing about tracing, is I like starting to trace something and then just turning it into kind of my own picture. This one's got that yellowing through here too. Here's my Catwoman that I did on tracing paper. And I keep it in a Mylar comic sleeve. It's got a white buffer board, but I only think I put it in here recently, so it didn't really stop the aging from the acid in the tracing paper. This one was traced from a magazine photograph. I did end up changing it because when you trace exactly from a photograph, what happened was this part was really higher, and it just didn't, the proportions just didn't look good once you'd drawn it. I find that happens a lot when I trace something, is I'll change it to make it look better. Sometimes I'll change it a lot, but this one's pretty true to the photo. Here's another one. Now this one was not on tracing paper. This is, let's see what this one is. So this is from, let's see, 1989. And this paper, it's pretty yellow, you can see, compared to the buffer board in the back. But this is some sort of light copy paper. It actually feels a little bit lighter than 20 pound. And you can just see all the wrinkles in the paper from over the years. I don't mind it so much. I think it gives it kind of an aged look, which isn't too bad. And this one, you can see that it's really yellow along this side over here. And then it's starting to break up. This one was also sort of traced from a magazine, and then I just kind of did my own thing with the pen. Anyway, this was kind of fun, and now, of course, I am always going to be getting acid-free paper. Back in the 90s and late 80s, I think what I did was I would grab any piece of paper around, whatever was to hand, and just start tracing on it. Sometimes it was scrap paper, sometimes it was stationery, the linen with the texture on it. Sometimes it was cardboard, just anything I could get my hands on. And I didn't even pay attention to acid-free. I kind of knew about it, but I just wasn't into what kind of paper it was. So much for longevity, but it's still kind of interesting. Okay, thanks for watching.